Hello everybody, it's Crystal Hughes. I'm making the video for the second time. Why? My cat decided to attack my shoulder. I don't know if you'll be able to see good. I don't know. He attacked the heck out of me. Right now he's attacking the floor. Anyways, I was talking about that in one of my videos I mentioned that I was going to be starting online classes for Wicca to learn furthermore. I felt like I needed it to see if maybe what I was studying was already good. Sorry if I'm like doing all sorts of crazy things with the camera. I'm going to set it here. The thing is, I would like to set it down, but I'm scared that it's not going to cover. Maybe if I think I stopped it. Alright. Bear with me. I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you guys can see me, but anywho. So I started these classes on the 25th, and my teacher, he's actually pretty damn cool. I'm not sure, how long it took him to set up this class for the first week. It's from the 25th to July 1st. You have articles to read, and then he'll give you an assignment for the week, as well as a quiz. But see, I'm taking two classes. I'm taking Sabbath and Esbot, and taking Wicca. And so the Sabbath and Esbot had a quiz, which of course I kind of already knew all of that. So I went ahead and I checked out the quiz to make sure that maybe I knew it, and I did. So I did really well. The assignment that I had for Wicca was trying to differentiate two different things, basically. It said, in your own words or opinion, is there a difference between Wiccan and witch? Why or why not? Well, I broke it down because, yes, there is a very big difference. The way I explained it was, okay, first I'm going to break it down, because it says between a Wiccan, which is somebody that follows Wicca, and a witch, which is somebody that practices witchcraft. And I broke it down, and I said, okay, a Wiccan follows Wicca. A witch does witchcraft. The difference between the two is a Wiccan follows the religion and is connecting, worshiping the god and goddess, honoring the god and goddess, and is aware of the wheel of the year, the seasonal changes, and being aware of their spirituality. It's pretty much almost like other religions, right? Okay. There is such a thing as Wiccan witch that will do both things. They will honor the gods. They will observe and experience spirituality and the wheel of the year and all this wonderful stuff, but they will also do witchcraft. Why? Because not everybody that does Wicca means they're strictly just Wiccan. That's why there is such a thing called eclectic. An eclectic is a person that takes little bits from different sources and kind of adds it into his own. And ultimately, it really is up to you. So going back to the differences between a Wiccan and a witch, just like I was talking about, a witch, they're more about, they practice the witchcraft, such as spells. They practice herb magic and herbal remedies, herbal healing. A witch really does not concern themselves with the deities. They really don't. That's if you're strictly into just witchcraft. And although it still applies to them, if they want to practice witchcraft and do something else, they can, but it's not necessarily the same thing. A Wiccan does not necessarily practice witchcraft, like spell magic and all that stuff. So, yes, all Wiccans are pagan, but the way I see it is not all Wiccans practice witchcraft, because they could be practicing other things, like, let me pull up some of the notes that I took. There is the Alexandrian Wicca, the Gardnerian Wiccan, I think I'm saying it right, Gardnerian, which was the Wicca that, what's his name, Gerald Gardner originated and developed. A lot of people have this thing that they think, okay, well, he made it all up, you know, it's all fairy tales and whatnot. But ultimately, does that really matter to you? Does it matter to you that the religion is only, I don't know, 60 years old? Does it matter to you that it may be or may not be fake? Is it that important that it's real to you? The way I feel is no. If it is fake, it doesn't really matter. You know why? Because I still see my surroundings. I still feel energy from the ground, from the rocks, from the trees, from my animals, from my stones. You know, I know that my spirituality is in tune with something. And I like this feeling. I feel fulfilled. I feel happy. And I'm not saying that it's happy 24/7, because it's not. But I feel complete. It's a practice that makes me spiritually focused. It helps me calm down. It helps me deal with my daily mundane life. Just like another religion person would feel. They feel completely content with what they do, what they practice, what they believe. That's how I feel with my belief. So no, it does not matter to me if the religion is big or, excuse me, had that coffee come back up, you know. To me, it does not matter if it's made up or whatever, because ultimately, I am my own religion. I am my own spiritual self, and I love it. So those people that don't feel like Wicca is the path for you, or, you know, if you feel like, oh, well, I can't do it because it doesn't have enough ground, well, how do you know? I mean, it's no different than any other religion. Every other religion has also been made up. So, I'm not trying to offend anybody, so please do not take it as me trying to offend somebody. But, you know, it's my personal opinion. Other religions I have also made up. They did not just suddenly, you know, we did not just born into a religion. No, religion kind of, you know, was invented along the way. And there's a lot of theories on that. But yeah, there's so very many different type of Wiccan traditions. And it's I didn't even realize how many there were, because that's something I just learned. And I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to be able to share something with people. Yay! So, one thing I learned is I had heard the term Dianic. But guess what? There's two forms of it. Maybe some of you knew this. I didn't. There are two forms of it. One of them was founded by Anne for Freedom, and she was a feminist leader, and she got the idea of Susanna, I think it says, Susanna Budapest. So one of them, it's more, feminist and whatnot. The other version is, what's her name? Morgan McFarlane. She is more into the equality of men and women as equals. And that one came out later in the 70s. The other one was early in the 1960s, which, when was it? Women's right was, when did women start getting rights? Was it in the 20s? No, maybe that's probably a little too far back. I think it was like in the 30s. But, women, we all have been fighting for our rights for a very long time. So I think that, that's something that she grew up in, and that's probably why she decided to go for the more feminine power aspect of it. And there's a lot of people that ask about that. Why is it that suddenly it seems like in this one religion, there's more women in power and whatnot? Well, in all honesty, throughout the years, the way back then, 300s, whatever, religion has always put man as the authority figure. And almost in every religion, it's been like that. So, I think all of a sudden, like my teacher explained, he says, well, because throughout history, male has been the authority figure, with this religion, we kind of see it as an equality thing, but we also do give the woman more recognition because they do birth life into us. They have these things that are more close to the gods and the goddess and, this and that and whatnot. And he explained that a lot better than that. I'm sorry if I, a little vague. But I thought that was like, wow, that's a really good explanation. I'm not going to lie. I do like seeing a woman as the authority figure. I'm not saying that I'm a feminist. No. It's just that, to me, I feel like, yes, a woman is powerful in this many ways. She can give birth, for goodness sake. We create life inside of us. I'm a mother. And when I experienced that, I was like, oh, my God. I'm not going to say that, pregnancy was wonderful, and I encourage all of you to do it. No, because really, I did not like my pregnancy. But I enjoyed the feeling of creating life within me and having a life within me and feeling it move. That was a miracle all on its own. And it's like, a man can't do this. I'm not bashing the men. The men, they have their, their wonderful reasons for existing, and I'm so grateful for it. But, I just think that it was about time somebody shined a little bit of light on us, that we're not just the kind of people that go scrubbing the floor like Cinderella, little slave, here's your dinner, honey, Although I do that now, but I'm looking at getting a job. And no, I do not go scrubbing floors. But I mop. Come on. I sweep and mop. But no, here I'm looking at getting a job, and I'm probably going to be working night shift, and I have no idea how I'm going to manage, because I'm going to have to take care of my kids during the day and work during the night, and it's like I don't have a babysitter, and we don't have the money for a babysitter or daycare or anything of that sort. So it's like I'm going to be very tired. And yes, I may be young, but something about being a mother exhausts the living heck out of you. Anyways, many blessings to all of you. I hope you guys learned something about it and enjoyed the video. I'll work on explaining better at things. This is just one of my many first learning experiences. So, many blessings to all of you. I talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.